Did you ask to fight this week in Vancouver or no?
I think we did, but I fought 2 months ago.
Pretty fast, yeah.
Yeah, so it was too fast. Like, now that my opponents are like a little bit harder, it's like maybe harder to go like back to back.
Do you think you could go again like that fast? Like between,
Yeah.
So they didn't let you, like you told them that you can do it, but they said no, it's too much of a fast.
No, they didn't. They just didn't say anything.
Did you take a lot of damage in your last fight?
No.
No? Yeah, I was watching that fight. I made some money off you.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't took any damage, which was good. Only like just bruises here and there. I got like a little cut somewhere or up here, I think.
Okay. I've a few questions. Like I kind of want to talk about like from your start, but with your last fight, they had you as underdog. So they had the other girl favorited to win.
Really?
Yeah. Wait.
No, I never been the underdog.
I think it was close.
It was close. I don't
It was like even money. Do you ever look at it?
No, I don't really care.
Seriously?
Yeah. On days people are like, oh, you make me lose money. You make me win money. Then I'm like, good. But I never really look at it.
How come? Why? I would be interested. I'd be curious to know.
I don't bet, so I don't care.
Last fight, it was all like on the feet. It was all striking. Did you know it was going to be like that?
Well, of course, I wanted to, get some takedowns if I can and stuff. But like, she felt pretty heavy, and then I saw that the striking was working, and then we just stay on the feet. But pretty much everything that we work on, like it happened in the fight.
You already knew, like the game plan was exactly what you thought.
Yeah.
And you consider yourself a striker?
I consider myself like well-rounded.
Well-rounded,
yeah. Because like, I feel like I can adapt. Like if I want to take you down, then I'll just take you down. Or
Are you, because I know Anna, your sister, she's a wrestler. That's her like thing. Is she better than you in wrestling? I mean,
oh yeah. My two sisters are way better than me in wrestling, because like MMA and wrestling are two different sports. And once you add the punches into the wrestling is different. Once you add the punches into jiu-jitsu is different. Like it's not. If you add the takedowns into the striking, it's completely different. So yeah. It's two different.
Okay.
Sports.
So, okay, there's this. Okay, I have a question like with the UFC because like Habib, he was a like pure wrestler. Okay, he was okay on the feet. Like he wasn't good. Like he wasn't like elite world class striker. Because a lot of analysts say that if you're good at something, get really really good at it and do that the best you can, and then you can become champion. But do you think that's true? Do you think that's sort of true?
I feel like when you get into a certain level, you need to be well-rounded, because like everyone in your division, and like when you're getting to the top, especially like everyone is strong, everyone is doing wrestling, everyone is doing striking, jiu-jitsu, etc. But then of course like I did judo since I was a little kid, and then I stopped after. But like if I would continue, then I will feel more comfortable doing judo, right? But you cannot. I feel that's what I think. I couldn't just stick with one, because like I know I'm gonna face. What if I face a good defensive that with the judo, and then now I don't have striking, or I'm not very good at striking, So I just feel it's important to have like, because it's MMA, everything good.
Yeah. So what happens in between rounds? Let's say you're fighting someone and the first round, you, I guess, like you underestimated their takedown defense, right? Or you underestimated their striking. In between rounds, like what do you tell yourself? Like what, is it kind of like we need to switch the game plan, or at some point, what the game plan was and what you prepared for is going to pay off? Like I don't know, like with the adjustment.
Yeah, like if something is not working out in the round, like you go back into the corner and like okay, in the fight camp, that's why you go 8 weeks or 10 weeks, whatever you have. You can do 10 different game plans. If it doesn't work this, then we're gonna do this. If it doesn't work, we're gonna do this. So you kind of have few different options, and like, let's say I'm trying to take her down and it doesn't work, but then I'm trying and trying and trying, and then I come into my corner. And like my coach is gonna be, okay, you have to add this or take this away, and then we're just gonna stick to this, or let's do this combination, or try to do this thing, and then go for the takedown. So it's all depends on how you're feeling, how you're doing, how's your opponent, what's your opponent doing. It's a lot.
What could you have done, like looking back on the Mackenzie Dern fight? What could you have done differently, like looking back on it? Because it's more.
With that fight, I think I should trust more my wrestling and my jiu-jitsu. I know she's really good at jiu-jitsu. She's amazing, but the few times we were on the floor, on the ground, I felt fine. But because I think I overthink a lot of stuff.
What were you overthinking? Like just
about her jiu-jitsu. But when I was with her on the ground, she didn't finish me. She was in a deep armbar, like she got me, and I felt fine. Like I did, like, yeah, I was stuck, but I never felt like, oh, she's gonna finish me. And then I got out, I believe, and then I took her down, and then I felt fine. So, yeah, That's what I would do different.
Because her main thing is jiu-jitsu, right?
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know. I think, like, a lot of analyst commentators, like Joe Rogan, Daniel, DC, all those guys, like, if you were to take her down, they'd be like, oh, why is Loopy taking her down? Mackenzie Dern's a world-class jiu-jitsu. You know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't make sense. Mm-hmm. But for you, you're saying you didn't feel like it was a threat.
Yeah, of course, there is always a threat, and she's really good. And I respect her jiu-jitsu. She's amazing. But when I was on the ground with her, I didn't feel, like, oh, I'm gonna get finished right away. So I would what I would different is just trust more on myself.
Were you on the Khamzat Chimaev card? That
was my card.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Khamzat's my favorite fighter.
Yeah.
Did you meet him? Have you met him?
I saw him.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, but I didn't talk to him.
Scary guy.
He is. Yeah, huge.
Yeah. So is he nice? Did you talk to him or?
No.
So I don't know if you can talk about this. In the UFC right now, like the women's division, it's a little bit like a lot of people say like it's hard to market. What do you think about it? Like where do you think the women's division is right now, UFC?
I think it's growing still. I think it's changing. Like what do you mean?
What I mean, like, because back then there was like, someone like Ronda Rousey, where she was very like, she was almost like a celebrity, right? A celebrity fighter. And from what I've like seen on like commentators and different like shows, like you have like women's division right now, like there needs to be like, there's no like clear like number one. Like there's no one that's clearly ahead of everyone else. Like everyone's trying to fight to get there. So it's like, it's still, everyone's kind of like pushing towards that. It's still not.
I think what is happening right now is like, let's say Ronda Rousey, she's not fighting anymore. And then she was, I don't want to say she had that judo background, right? Then the newer generation came, and then it's like, okay, but I feel when everything is gonna hit, like when it's gonna be a big boom, it's probably the generations coming up, because there is kids that are starting to train like everything. So the women's MMA is still growing, and I think it's when it's gonna hit the big boom. Probably when I'm done fighting.
Yeah. And I want to ask you, what do you think is your roadmap to becoming champion? Because I'm assuming like you're still fighting to become champion, right? So like, what do you think is like the next steps, or the next 2 or 3 steps to becoming?
Yeah, I think I'm 1, maybe 2 fights away from that. having one more and then let's say I have a great performance, blah blah blah, I feel like I could go next, or another fight, 2 more fights, and then I can go.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm waiting for that.
And then let's go into the future. Let's go forward. Say you win the next 2 fights. Do you have to make a case to the UFC that I deserve a UFC title shot? Like, is there like negotiation with the what's it called? Like the people that make the matches? Like, do you have to like tell them why you deserve a shot?
No, not necessarily. I think the way you fight, like you're following, that speaks. And it's just you win your fights and you're next.
But there's a lot of fighters that fight and win, like Arman Sarukian. He deserves a title shot.
Yeah, well, there is, I mean, when you're vocal too, you gotta, I don't know, like, honestly, I don't know sometimes how they have their roster or their, how do you say?
Ranking?
Their rankings. Like, I don't really know how that works. But I'm sure they have, like, maybe their favors or maybe, like, who is going to sell the most tickets, where the fight's going to be, like if they're going to be in somewhere where that person is from, then they're probably going to pick that because it's going to sell more tickets. Like, I don't know how they do it.
Mm-hmm. Which still doesn't make sense how you didn't get a fight this week. I mean, you're from Vancouver. I don't know.
Maybe they're saving me for one of the Mexico cards, like early next year.
Yeah.
In the new year. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, because when they were here 2 years ago, UFC, they didn't even put me on it either. And then I fought in November, but they didn't put me, in the car in Vancouver. So I don't know. They have their things. Yeah.
Is it because they think, like, do you claim yourself more Mexican than Canadian?
I can't say, like, I don't know how the people, see me. Well, no, I know. This Mexican, and then with people from Canada, they say, oh, no, she's representing Canada or both, But for myself, I cannot pick one. Say both. Because, like, I born in Mexico. I have Mexican blood, Mexican. But then I started training in Canada. I live here. My heart is, like, in 2 pieces.
Yeah.
And I can represent both.
Yeah, no, fair. I mean, because in your bio when you're coming out, it says fighting out of Vancouver, Canada.
Right?
Like that. That's what it says.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you ever do any of like the Mexican fans get mad at you for that? Like
sometimes, yeah, I get like the odd comments, but I mean, everyone has their own opinions, and that's fine.
Why are like Mexicans so good at fighting? I
feel it's just like the toughness and the hard working. And like they always wanna like reach our goals, our dreams, and we just don't stop. We just keep going. I think is what it is.
Yeah.
The persistence of something, because it's not only with fighting. Like we have so many good workers all over the world, to have a better life, and I think it's just a hard working thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What do you like about fighting? Because it's like I was like it's pretty fucked. Like it's a pretty like when I watch it, I just think, geez, like you're risking your life.
Yeah, I like the adrenaline that brings me. I like the opportunities that creates. Like my life has changed. With fighting, I get to travel. I get to meet so many people. I get to step in a cage and get into a fight, and be free, kind of like you let yourself go. Obviously, there's rules, but you can just let it go. And just the training part of it, like just being an athlete, that's like I love being an athlete. Like I don't see myself doing anything else. I wouldn't want to be like a normal job. Yeah, I don't think I could.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, one thing that I noticed though, like there's like 8 to 10 weeks of training camp before the fight, and then some fights end in like a minute.
I know.
And I'm like, fuck, like they just spent all those weeks.
Yeah.
Like that's just insane. I don't know why. Like is that just sometimes like you have to do that, and that is just how it is?
Yeah, I mean, before I was like, I want to fight the whole, like the whole 15 minutes, because I want to be in the cage as much as I can, you know, I love it. But now I'm like, oh no, I want to get in and like show that I can, you know, finish quick or whatever, you know. Because if you look at it, you look at the mileage too, right? Like the more time you spend fighting, the more time you have cuts on your face, you know, all of that. Then it's like less, like it's like taking mileage. I mean, fight camps are pretty brutal too. Sometimes the fight camp takes more damage because it's 8 weeks or 10 weeks of training than the fight of 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna ask you about that because have you ever had a fight camp where you've almost pulled out of the fight because you got injured or?
No, I will never. Well, the only way I will pull out of the fight is if I cannot walk, or if I'm like, in the hospital or something.
Have you ever had an injury that no one knows about going into a fight?
Oh yeah, all the time. Yeah, that you're never perfect. When you step into the cage, your ankle, your knee, you know, your hand, your wrist, anything. Mm-hmm. It's just what it is.
I already know the answer, but like after a fight, would you ever like, you would never say like, oh, well, you know, the reason why I lost is because like I had a broken toe this whole training camp? Because a lot of fighters do that after the fact that they lost. They're like, oh, well, I was sick for like 5 weeks. Okay, well.
Yeah. I mean, that's like getting like, okay, yeah, I lost, you know, that's kind of excuses, but everyone deals with their losses differently. And yeah, like if that makes you feel better, sure, say that, whatever. But I don't do it like, oh yeah, I lost the fight because I fucked up. Mm-hmm. Like it wasn't myself, or like I always try to see, okay, what did I do wrong? Because it's really easy to be like, well, I was sick. And then, okay, yeah, but what happened in the fight? Like I didn't take you down. Why I didn't take you down? Oh, I didn't did blah, 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 blah. You know, like I think I like to look at, when I fight, I like to look at the stuff I didn't do right. I don't, like, yeah, I'm like, okay, perfect. I won. I look good, whatever. But why I didn't do this, you know? And my coach sometimes is like, okay, well, you got to look at your stuff that you did good, you know? Because I'm always just pointing out the stuff I didn't do or I didn't do so good.
Yeah, okay. So how you kind of answered it, but like, how do you do the next day after a fight, when you lose, like if you lose, how do you deal with it? Like, what's the emotions first?
Oh, it sucks. It's like you wake up and it's like over, like at nighttime, someone grab your heart and like put it on the floor and like step on it. And then it's just, because like, and also you're thinking like, okay, well, I just did 10, 9, 8 weeks, you know, and so many people are helping you and your coaches and yeah, they don't care, you know, sometimes, you know, they're your team, but you feel like I let them down, you know, even though they're fine, you know, because I've been where my friend or whoever loses and I'm like, oh, that's fine, you know. But yeah, you feel just a lot of pressure. Mm-hmm. And then you just want to get back in right away.
You have to forget about it.
You gotta like see why you lost, accept it, you know, and you gotta move on and still just keep training. Because like if you stay with no, I lost and then I lost and then I lost, then good luck.
Yeah. What's the biggest fear you have when you step in the cage in terms of like a certain like move, like a jab? Like what's the one thing that hurt the most? Like was it a jab? Was it a
in my last fight?
Or like any fights you've had? Like if you were to think about, like, was it an elbow or a time when you were on the ground? Like I
wouldn't say pain, but like when someone give you a hook and like it hooks you like right in the back of the head, kind of like over here, and then you feel like everything kind of moves for a second. That's kind of weird. Like I would, because like when you're fighting, yeah, I feel, yeah, I feel when someone hits me, it's like, oh, she got me here. You know, you feel the face kind of swelling up, but it's mostly the like, oh, I can't stand right now. You know, kind of like that. But pain, not really.
Not really. Is that something you train for? The pain, like through camp, like?
No, it's just, you know, when you are in the cage, there's so much going on, it's so much adrenaline going on that you don't look at that.
Yeah.
Like, you don't feel that stuff, like the minor stuff. Yeah, I do feel like, oh, she got me good on the nose, or like I do feel those like cracking moments, but it's not like, oh, it's so painful, you know, it's just like, oh, she got me.
Yeah. You just noticed that she made contact and that's it.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a question like I have anytime like I talk to a fighter, or like if someone that knows martial arts, like I feel like there's this confidence with them that they can walk into any room and they could like fuck anyone up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you feel that?
I mean, I don't go into a room and I'm like, oh, I could beat everyone up, right?
Yeah.
No, I don't. But I definitely feel confident that if I had to defend myself, or if whatever, then I feel confident I could do something, you know. But I think I mostly will run away.
Really?
Yeah, I don't want to get into a fight with someone in the streets or anywhere.
Really?
Yeah, I think I will remove myself and just, you know, as long as you're not being physical to me, then I will probably just leave.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you would avoid it as much as you can,
yeah.
but like,
Yeah.
if it comes to it, like if it's getting physical, you will.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a question I want to ask, and please, I want you to not like. I'm not trying to be offensive. Like, I'm not trying to make this like men and women like sexist thing.
Yeah.
Could you fuck up a lot of guys? Yeah, you could, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Of course,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you could fuck me up in like 10 seconds.
Well, I don't know.
No, I don't have any.
train?
I don't have any martial art training.
Well, we can try if you want.
No.
Let's move the table.
But like seriously, like you're trained, so
yeah,
like
I mean, let's say if you're fighting back, I still respect that man is a man, right? And then you guys have your strength, and that's why there is weight classes, right? But definitely, like if you give me all your power, I may be struggling, yes, but I'm gonna defend myself. Like, you know, it's gonna be hard to do whatever. But yeah, I mean.
yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't want to
Yeah.
sound very.
Yeah, like I could. Yeah, let's try it.
Honestly,
that's
I'm
way
kinda-
easier.
Because I don't think I could take a punch. Like if you punch me in the face, I would die. Like if you really punch.
I will elbow you on the face. I wouldn't use my hands on the streets because I don't want to break them, because that's how I make money. But definitely I will kick on the balls, and then I will elbow you on the nose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I know. Yeah, because I don't want to sound sexist, of course, because I did. That's not my. But I was always like, I always wonder that. I'm like, hey, like, could like, I know like you could beat me up, but it's. Like, I know. Sometimes I just. So I guess what. So are you working on like wrestling with your sister all the time?
Yeah, she's helping me a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you think like, there's enough like time for you to like get good enough at wrestling where you can maybe even like use your wrestling to an advantage during a fight?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like the thing is, I'm not just training when I have a fight, and I trained wrestling before, so my body has memory, right? Because if right now I just started to train wrestling just to learn how to do things, it will be really hard, because wrestling is the hardest sport, I think. But like once you have some movement that your body already does, it's way easier to learn new techniques and to do them while you're training and fighting.
Yeah. Okay. What's what is what's the how do I ask this? What is this something you would change about is there what do you love about the UFC and what do you not like about it? If you can.
I love the UFC has changed my life. Like there is nothing that I don't like about the UFC. Well, actually, yeah. What I don't like about the UFC is that I wish they give me more fights. You know, because I love fighting, and I just love the UFC. Like I think they have created a lot of opportunities for a lot of fighters, and I'm gonna speak for myself. Like they have given me a lot of opportunities. You know, when I did all my fights, like back to back, and you know the exposure and stuff. Like I love them. Like I think if you take advantage of that and like you work really hard, they will respond.
Yeah. What
like
is it,
anything.
Yeah. What is it they don't like at all? What I heard is that if you miss weight, it's a bad thing.
Oh, yeah, of course. You are a professional. You're supposed to make weight. That's part of my job. My job is to train when they give me a fight. Well, my job is to train when I don't have a fight because that's my job. I have to train when I have a fight and make sure that I'm focused on the 8 weeks because they're going to pay me, for that. And my job is to be in shape, to eat healthy, to make weight, and to perform. That's why I'm getting paid for. And, once you're performing, you have to hopefully have the crowd, like super excited and screaming because at the end of the day, it's a show. If people don't want to watch you because you're not exciting or whatever, then you're not doing your job.
Yeah.
I think that's the job that the fighters got.
And with that, I remember like our last episode, you talked about how like you don't like trash talking. That's not your thing. It's still not like that.
No. Yeah, no. Even when who will you like to fight? Blah blah blah. I say the name, but it's because so many people are asking me, and I understand, maybe if I'm a little bit more vocal, that will be better. But trash talking, that's not me.
That's just not
it's
you.
Not me. Like it will be so act, and then I'll have to be searching the right words to say.
Yeah. It's not you. So like even if you did start trashing, it would seem like fake. It would seem.
It's just not me.
What do you think of people that trash talk in the UFC? Like, is it?
I think
the women division.
I mean, if they like it, I'm like, oh damn, how do you do that? Like, I couldn't do it, But because like everyone is different, and if that works for them to get more focused, to get more pump about their fight, that's great. But that doesn't work for me. I'd rather be happy and just worry about myself and just train. Yeah.
One thing about fighting, like I never understood this, like in between rounds, like whenever like the round ends, I always see like sometimes fighters like they give each other a high five, like you know what I mean? Like as the round ends, they were just like this.
Oh yeah.
Dude, it's crazy. Like we're punching each other in the face. It's just weird to me. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's a sport, and it's like when you are in the cage fighting, is so. Yeah, there's so many people watching, but at the same time, it's so private and so intimate.
Intimate, yeah.
With your opponent, like you two have worked so hard to win this fight, and you are in there, and you're sharing techniques, and you're sharing this energy, right? You're sharing your life. You're sharing so much. So, yeah, like after a round, it's like, oh man, you got me. Like you got this one. Like thanks. And then you go back, and because like thanks to the opponent, you are doing what you love,
Because of your opponent, you're on this stage.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. I mean, I never thought of it like that.
Yeah. And you're getting better, because like if you got me the first round, let's say, and I'm like, damn, good job, you got me. And
wow, Okay.
Yeah.
That's a lot of respect. I don't know if I could do that.
Yeah, because it's not a street fight.
Okay.
You know, like it's a sport.
True. Have you ever been in a street fight?
No.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
No.
Are you lying?
No, and
No,
I
it's
don't
the
want to. I will be scared.
Yeah. Have you ever fought from a place of anger going into a fight? Just something happening in your life personally, in training camp, prior to the fight, and then you just go into it angry?
No, it's I always say whoever loses, whoever's get angry first is who is losing. You know, you cannot get mad because once you get mad, you cannot think clearly. And the times that I have had something going on in my life, I've done a better performance. Cause and it's not because I'm angry or anything. It's just I love that. Like I love having challenges that nobody knows, just myself, you know. And whatever I'm going through, and I go into a fight, and then I perform better because for myself, I want to do better, just to show myself that doesn't matter what's going on, I can do this thing, which is hard too.
What's harder? Like after living a life of fighting and making fighting your career and your livelihood, what's harder? Like going through things in life that are emotional, or the physical pain and the fear and the preparation going into a fight? Like what are, you know what I mean? Like a heartbreak or I don't know. I hope you've never, like a death of a loved one, you know, like.
If that's harder than being through a fight camp?
Yeah, or like an actual fight, a real fight. Like,
I think, well, like it's when you're going through something in life or you're losing someone, I think that's harder than going through a fight camp, you know? Because like fight camp is like you're tired, you're depleting yourself from food, you're still training really hard. Well, I'm gonna speak from myself. I don't go out. All I do is gym, home, rest, do it again, you know, for 8 weeks or 9 weeks, whatever. So it is really hard mentally, and you know, you feel drained, but you have this goal and this thing that you're just putting all your energy, and that's all you're thinking about. But also, like when you are going through your normal life and you're heartbreaking, like, well, that's something else.
that's something else, yeah.
But like losing someone like that, I think that's pretty.
That's, yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah,
Now
it's
that the way you say it now, I'm like, okay, yeah, of course.
That's different. Like that's different. Like it's not even, you know. But I can tell you what is going through a fight camp. Like it is hard, and if you're going to a fight camp and having issues with your partner or issues with your family, issues with whoever, or, you know, because at the end of the day, fighters, we're still humans and we still have our lives, you know, and things happen. And it is really difficult to balance both. But I have learned to turn the switch off, and my, like Lupita, it kind of like it stays on hold, and I'm just loopy for 8 weeks, 9 weeks. So I don't deal with anything from a normal life. I just forget about that, and then I just focus on my loopy life, on my career, which I'm always training and I'm always doing things, but I cannot just turn off forever Lupita, you know. So I do my 8 weeks fight camp, and then after the fight, then I come back to my normal life and deal with everything. But I don't bring these problems or whatever is going on to a loopy life, because it's gonna affect my career.
Is it hard sometimes to like get out of loopy life and go back to Lupita life? Like, is it because do you sometimes get too stuck in loopy life and you forget about like your friends, your family, your partner, whatever? Like, does that ever happen and people start telling you like what's going on?
No, because when for the 8 weeks, 9 weeks, and then finally you finish the fight, you're like, "Oh, I'm so ready to take a break."
Yeah.
And then you just go back to your, normal life.
Regular.
So I like it. I think it's pretty cool that I get to have escape from both lives,
Yep.
So, yeah, like some people can't, and they have problems, and they bring it into the fighting life or your stage, and it's hard to do both. I think going back and forth.
Yeah. One thing about fighters, like there's the common thing known with fighters that like once you're a fighter, like once you become a fighter, you're a fighter for life. Like that's kind of in your DNA, in your blood. And then recently, like Dustin Poirier, he just retired, and they're saying that what he has come out and say is that he's struggling. Like there's a part of him that died, and he doesn't know. Like
I can't speak with that because I'm still fighting, but I definitely can see and imagine a little bit. Like if let's say I was here and I don't have to go to training tomorrow, and I don't have a fight, like, or if I don't know that if I know I'm not fighting ever, I do think it's gonna be hard. But I think like anything, you just get used to it, because like for how long he was fighting, so many years, right? So that was his life, and then all of a sudden is like, no more. What do I do?
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I still have a few years for that.
Yeah. To me as not a fighter, it doesn't seem logical. Like for him and like for a lot of fighters, once you've changed your life and once you've gone to a certain point, like you've made money, you're good. What is I don't understand what the point of like getting punched in the head is. Like, you know what I mean? Like I don't get it. Like Nate Diaz is one of my favorite fighters, but he's like done. Like he can't even speak anymore. And it's just why put your head and your brain through that?
Yeah, it's a lifestyle. Like, I don't know. Like I couldn't stop. Like, well, I had to stop at some point, in the future, but I couldn't right now. I just couldn't. Like, if you tell me I give you this many millions, but you gotta forget about fighting, just stop. I'll be like, I don't know. I don't think so. I can't. Like, what am I gonna do?
Even why not though? Like after, for example, all those millions, like why can't?
But you won't have that feeling that you get when you're training, when you're tired, when you step in the cage. Like those millions, it won't buy the feeling. Because like maybe, I mean, I love WWE. Like there's something that I would like to do after fighting. And I could just stop fighting and go do that and probably make more money. And I can't. I need to do this and then get punched for real and just do this and be a champion. And then after that, then I'll focus on that. Yeah. Like I just couldn't. Like I know I can do way other stuff that it won't get me punched in the face, and not going through those hard fight camps and struggling with, you cannot eat this, you gotta eat chicken and vegetables, But no, I'd rather do this.
Interesting. So that feeling is very strong, like that. How would you explain that feeling? Because it's like you're God, like you're
it's like
king or queen of the world.
It's like, okay, just imagine. I can't. Just imagine yourself. Put yourself in a room. Okay, you're gonna walk out, and it's gonna be 30,000, 50,000, I don't know, people watching you live, screaming your name. And you're going to be standing, you're going to come out of the room, you're going to do a walk, and then you're going to stand there and you're going to hear all those people just screaming your name. And then now you're going to walk out to your favorite song, and then people still screaming your name and still cheering you on. And you get to feel that, like not everyone gets to experience that,
Yeah.
you know, and that's very unique. Then you're walking. Now you're stepping into the cage, you know, and all the attention, all the lights are on you. You know, your opponent is coming out, and then now everyone, let's say everyone likes you. You are the favorite, whatever, and you're fighting. You're punching this guy, and like everyone is still cheering you. You know, then you're doing what you're doing for 8 weeks. You're just all the techniques that you did, all the stuff that you did. This is happening in the fight, and you're like, oh my gosh, everything that I did that I worked so hard for, I'm doing it right now. And then you win, you know, with all the stuff that you did. And then now you get to hear again the whole crowd just going crazy for you. And like, it's just those feelings that you cannot duplicate anywhere else. That you can't. Yeah. Millions and millions, you can't. Mm-hmm. And then, you know, you win your fight, you go in the back, whatever, everyone is happy. But like the feeling on, I did this for this many weeks, and I got to do that in front of so many people. And not just the people there, but like you're on TV, you know, it's millions of people watching. Yeah, like...
Wow, yeah. The way you just explained it, yeah.
Yeah, like when I fought in Mexico in March, I was standing, just like I said to you, I was standing to come out, and the arena, and it was people up over here, wow, screaming my name. Like, it was like this, it's like something is like, I don't know, it's so weird, so much energy. Then... yeah, like that feeling you can't. Is amazing. Like you feel like crying, but you had to fight. My sister was right there, like she can tell you too. Like she had all of this, like, oh my gosh, like she felt this pressure too. Like not of bad pressure, but like of like, oh my gosh, this is so much. Just like everyone is screaming good things at you, and like your name, like it's really cool.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Yeah.
The way you just explained it, it's like a drug. It's something that can't be duplicated, like you said.
Yeah.
Only literally there.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Holy shit! It's like the ultimate. Like this is my moment.
Exactly. Yeah, it's my moment, my time. I work so hard for this, and yeah, that's why when you lose, it's so devastating.
Wow. Yeah. Because
like you're so high up, and then it doesn't happen, and it just you crash face first. Yeah.
With this, like the way you just explained it, do you see why like sometimes the fame and like the wins get to some fighters, and like they just how it could change you? Like, do you?
You know, sometimes people get caught up in their own game, in you know, because if you look at this is just like a game. It's only gonna last so long, but your life keeps going, right? And like changing, like they say, you become super famous and you change the way. Like I can see why people will change, I should say, but I can only speak from myself, and I feel like since day one, since I started fighting, like I always saw myself in the UFC. I always saw myself winning. I always see myself being a champion. I always seen myself doing this. So for me, this is not new for me. I don't know how to explain it. Like it's like I was this in before. Mm-hmm. So for me, it's not a surprise that I get to fight, and then I get to have so many people watching me and step in the cage, because I saw it so many times in my head before I was, I was local fighting around here, and I already saw myself being in the UFC. And I feel like sometimes some people get that, but they believe for all, like you can tell me right now, you are the best, you this, you that, and then I will say thank you very much. But I know that I still need to work hard. I need to do so much to get where I wanna get. I will be so thankful for your words, but that's it. Like, it's not that I don't believe the, how do you say that saying? You don't believe your own.
Yeah, I know what you're talking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you don't believe your own, like whatever I tell you.
Hype.
Yeah.
You don't hype. Yeah. Once you start believing your own hype, then you start becoming like, you start putting more attention on, oh, I gotta go traveling here, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. So then you stop thinking of what brought you here. What brought you here? Oh, working hard, being focused, eating healthy, stay just your routine, And I understand sometimes once you get into that life, you gotta travel, you gotta do few stuff because it's work. I get that. But always thinking, okay, what brought me here? This is what brought me here. So I'm always gonna work hard. I'm always gonna train. Because once you start losing that, then I feel is when everything goes down.
But do you think at some point that you deserve to just enjoy what you've done and what you've accomplished, right? Like, going and traveling and doing all these things and going out and buying things and doing all that. Like, it is going away from what got you there, but you deserve it. Like, I'm thinking, I feel like both of us, like Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
Like, he made so much money. He lost like that fire that.
Yeah.
But like, that's okay. I think he like deserved, like he.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he was a champion. He made his goal, but I haven't reached my goal. I'm not gonna do that. I feel like I still have to work hard. I still need to do all of these things because I know being in the UFC for me is I'm in the UFC. That's great, but if I lose 3 fights, they're gonna say thank you very much. Like, you still need to work hard to stay in the UFC. But my goal is not just to stay in the UFC. My goal is to become a champion. So I had to work 10 times harder, That's, yeah.
Yeah. No, I like that. That's really. And do you find, and is the UFC very they're very impatient with fighters? Like, if you lose a couple or 2 or 3 in a row, they cut people quick. Like, is there that pressure all the time?
Not all the time. I think it depends on who you are, how you lost, why you lost. People like you, are you selling tickets? And stuff like that. Like, it's not like, oh, you lose, you're gone. No. If they don't like you, they will let you know. Like, you will find out very quick, I think. But if you're doing your job and you got a, few bad performances, like, things happen, and it's all, if they ask you to fight short notice and you say no, and they ask you again and you say no, then you pull out and then you miss weight, yeah, they're not going to like you. But if you're always making weight, you have taken short notice fights, you have, whatever happened, you're always there, yeah, they're going to like you.
I think the general, like with you, everyone likes you. You know that. You've heard it. I'm sure you hear it.
Yeah. Well, I try to just be neutral and, just, like, there is no need to go so here.
Okay, so why do you think people like you?
I think the way I am and my fight style, I think, is people like when you pick someone up and slam them and stuff, I think people like to watch them.
Yeah.
And also, I feel like I'm pretty outgoing. Like, if people see me in the street, tell me for pictures, of course I want to stop. Of course I want to take pictures. Of course I want to talk to you.
Yeah.
Even I'm just myself. Like, I don't try to be nobody else. If you don't like me, you really don't like me because you don't like me. It's just, that's fine. But that's me, and yeah.
There's no reason why anyone would not like you though. Like, that's from what I've seen when you're on TV and whatnot. Like, you're pretty chill. Like
Yeah.
it would be weird if someone didn't like you. It wouldn't make sense.
Yeah.
You know, unless they lost money.
Right. Yeah. Which I got those message.
Do you?
Oh yeah, when they lose money. Oh yeah.
Is it pretty? It's pretty bad.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
some of the things they say, huh?
But I don't care. I didn't tell you to bet money on me.
Yeah. It's mostly in the comments too.
Yeah.
Like, do you get?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you haven't reached, but I feel like you will. I feel like you will.
Yeah, I will. Yeah.
Yeah. And has your sister been in your corner every fight? Has she been in? 'Cause
No,
I
in
remember
every
your last fight. She was there.
Yeah, she was there 1, 2, 3. I think like 3 or 4 fights now, and it's amazing. I love it.
Is it different having her there? Is it obviously it's different? Yeah, but
Yeah.
like
She knows me. I don't have to talk anything. She knows me. She can see my face, and she knows what I need when I'm hungry, when I'm thirsty. If I need to be with her, if I need to be alone, she just knows me so well. And we train so much that she knows the way I move. She knows the stuff that I know. She's been in my fight camp, my training partner too. So she's just so easy.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You grew up with sisters, right? Just
Yeah.
only sisters?
Yeah.
How was that? That's one thing I want to ask. Like, with boys, like I'm an only child, so I don't know. But like a lot of my friends have like all brothers. Like, was it the same for sisters, all girls, just fighting? Like, did you guys ever fight?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like real like fucking like
Yeah.
punch?
I mean, yeah, pulling hair, stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was that like did that get you into fight? Like, was that something that was like, oh, I kind of like?
Well, going into fighting, it was since I was a little kid, I've been always super, like pushing, biting in the playground, making kids cry, all
Yeah.
of that. So I was always like that. And my mom always put me into like running, track and field, judo, taekwondo, and because I've been always so active, like a little monkey. I think to become a fighter or to do this is you're just born with this. I think like you just born with, because not a lot of people can do it. So you had to have few screws not tied up to do this. So
Okay, so you can't you can't make yourself a fighter.
well, like I'm sure you can, you
Yeah.
know, but not everyone will be willing to get punched in the face. You know, like you're like, yeah, I want to become a fighter, and then you go into a gym, and then it's sparring time, and someone punches you in the face. You want to become? Oh no, I don't want to become a fighter.
Yeah.
You know, like it's just some people have that. I don't know what's the name. I don't know if there is any name for that, but this fire, which is like, oh yeah, because for me, I want to get punched in the face. I love when I get, I don't know, something like on my face, and it's like, oh yeah, I got it. Okay, that woke me up.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know everyone likes that.
Yeah.
Or when you're super sore, when you're training. Like, I
Yeah.
love it.
That I understand. Like for
Yeah.
basketball and like just training,
Yeah.
like it felt like okay, like I worked hard. I
Yeah.
knew.
Yeah.
But to get punched in the face and then feel like hell yeah, like I don't know.
Even when I'm fighting and I guess blood or something, like not too huge that you cannot see because that's now it's just annoying. But just like little blood and things like, oh yeah, like I like this. Let's go. I'm
Yeah.
not at training because that means I wouldn't be able to train the next day, because if I need stitches, then my training next day is ruined. But at the fight, like I love it.
Mm.
Yeah.
And your parents are okay with like, because I don't know, like if my mom found out I got punched in the face and there was a scratch, she would freak out. Like
I mean, they support us, you know, and you know, show up at home with whatever face, and he's like, "Ugh, why, you know? But well, here is a bag of ice, you know, like they're not. They support us so much. They're cool with it. They know what everything comes with it, you know. Of course, they don't want us to get hurt, but it's part of it. But yeah.
Do you ever worry about like down the line? You hear about like people like like CTE, all these things. Does that ever worry you? Because I think for me, that's like a big thing. Like a reason why I could never get into fighting is because like, fuck, I don't want to like not be able to talk when I'm like 60.
Yeah, but it's not for every fighter. Like, not every fighting is like that. And like, especially girls, like we don't have like the same power that you guys got. You know, like, yeah, knockouts happen in MMA, in women's MMA, but not very often. Yeah, so it's different damage that we get.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, you think about it, but I'm not gonna think about it at the same time because that's what I'm doing. Like I'm not gonna stop.
Yeah.
So might as well don't think about it.
Right.
Of course, you get hit on the head so hard that I'm having like head problems or headaches or whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna stop. I'm not gonna spar. I'm gonna go see my physio. I'm gonna talk about it and see what we can do and how long I had to stay away from getting punched on the head. After my last fight, I didn't spar for a month or a little bit over a month, just because, yeah, I got hit in the fight and she hits really hard, but also I was getting punched on the face and on the head for 9 weeks, from my fight camp. So you kind of need to let the brain rest too. You cannot just fight and the next day go sparring, and that's when you start having issues, I guess.
Yeah.
Or if you're sparring really hard and every day you're getting trauma with no breaks, and I feel like my team do a good job on managing the sparring. And also, like with the experience I have, I know, okay, my headache, my head feels weird, or which doesn't happen very often, but I do tell my coach, like, oh, I think I need to,
So
like,
you can sense when like, your head is a little off. Okay. It's just still, to me, it's like very, like you said, like men have more strength and there's not that many knockouts in women's fighting, but still it's like trauma is still like it doesn't need to be like hard, like your brain still shakes. So for me it's like oh shit, like maybe I'm just soft, I don't know, maybe I'm just but like that's because I sparred once. I remember I sparred once like a year ago and I got I barely got punched apparently, but I almost like thought I was dying. Like I thought I broke my neck. I thought,
it's not for everyone.
So for me, there's no way, like I can't. You wouldn't be like, I couldn't just become like a fighter. Like I'm not gonna. There's not that thing in me, but you have that. Yeah, and you knew that from a very young age.
Yeah.
But did you ever feel like you could do anything else, like looking back, or are you happy that you?
Oh no, I'm super happy I'm here right now. Yeah, I don't know what would I be doing. I love this and I wouldn't do anything else. Because
okay, so one thing, like I kind of want to end it on this, but some fighters, like they come out and say that the only reason they got into fighting, not the only reason, but like they just tried to stay out of trouble. They wanted to take out their anger some way. So for them, it's like fighting is like a source, like an outlet to like let it out, and then once they achieve something, they're out. Like they don't need to do it.
I wasn't not like a trouble kid or anything like that. I didn't go into fighting to get out of trouble or anything like that. I just loved this. Like I just started because I saw it in TV and I was like, I want to do that.
That's
and
it.
Then I started training, and then I went to that gym and I was like, I don't even know how to say the coach that I wanted to do MMA. Like because I'm like, I want to do real fighting. That's what I say. I was like, you mean you want to fight MMA? I was like, yeah, real fighting. And then he's like, okay, just come to all the classes. I started with cardio kickboxing because I had no clue what I was doing. I don't even know how to stand. And then all the jiu-jitsu classes, and I was there since the class started. 6 until 10 that it was finished, all the classes. Intense program.
Damn.
And yeah.
Okay. And you don't drink right now. You've never drank?
Oh yeah, I drank.
Oh, you drank. Okay.
Few, like couple glasses of wine or something. Like I'm not a drinker. Like, but I will have a wine here and there. And if I have a fight, I won't. But one glass of wine is enough for me.
Okay.
Yeah, like I don't drink.
Because when I asked you, I thought you remember when I DM'd you, I thought you just meant like you don't drink at all, like just.
Oh no, like I'll have a wine. Like if my family were having a dinner or in Christmas, but it's in special occasions, you know.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, I'm just gonna pop a drink right now. No.
Of course, yeah. And you're training right now.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Every day. And.
Are you? Is there a fight coming up? Or,
no, I don't have a fight coming up. I'm waiting to hear back. I mean, I'm just waiting to hear. Yeah.
When you say you're waiting, like, is that just like the UFC has to like call you?
Mm-hmm. My manager. Yeah.
Okay.
They call my manager and then they say, well, we have this option, this date. Then my manager would call me and was like, hey, will this work? Or what do you want to fight this, you know, girl, whatever. And
Okay.
usually I just say whatever you think. And then it's like, yep. I say, okay, then yeah.
Yeah.
Then that's it. Just call my coaches and make a plan.
But that's the thing; they have to call you because you're on the roster and you
Yeah.
won your like. They can't just like would it take? Is there always like a certain amount of time they take until they let you know when you're gonna fight, or is it longer, like shorter? You know what I mean? Like or do
Yeah, you
just-
never know.
you never know.
I could get my message right now and say, hey, would you like to fight February, January, whatever this date, this girl? And then usually I say yes. So I say yes.
Usually, okay. When would you say no?
I don't know. I never say no.
You never say no. Do you think you will ever say no when you get to a point, like let's say when you become champion, you're just like, oh, I don't feel like, no, I'm champion, I can do whatever I want.
No. I mean, the only way I will say no if I'm at the hospital, if I can walk, if
Yeah.
something like that. Like, honestly, I think that I cannot walk, you know, to train or, you know. But there is no need to say no. That's my job.
Well, what I mean is like when you become champion, there's no like caliber of fighter where you're like, oh, I'm champion. She doesn't deserve to fight me, or she hasn't proven to me that she deserves to.
Yeah, I think that's the job of my manager.
Okay.
Like, yeah, like I will be like, okay, why would they want me to fight this girl if she's, you know, whatever. Then he will, yeah. But usually I think it's fine. Yeah, I think they usually give the title shot to who is next, you know?
Mm-hmm. And because you love to fight so much,
Mm-hmm.
most likely you won't say no.
Yeah.
To end it off, who do you want to fight?
Yan Yonan. She's number 3.
Number 3.
Yeah.
How do you think that fight would go?
She's a striker. I will probably just wrestle her.
Just wrestle?
Yeah, I mean punch her too. But
Okay. I want you to
I mean,
win.
we're already working for that fight. Like, I mean, I don't have the fight, but we game plan for the opponents I may have, you know.
Right.
So yeah.
And it's most likely like everything is connecting to her being.
Yeah,
it would make the
because-
most sense, right?
So, Janderova is fighting Mackenzie in November.
Okay.
Tatiana Suarez just fought not too long ago. Number 3 is Yan Yonan, which that's the girl I want to fight. Amanda Lemos, I think, did she just fought?
Maybe.
Let's see.
So wait, you have to
Oh
wait.
yeah, she fought Tatiana.
Okay.
She just fought Tatiana not too long ago. She lost. Yeah, and then it's 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah.
So you would have to wait until Jan fights.
No, she's not. She doesn't have.
She's not fighting anyone right now. She's waiting too.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, okay, well. give me her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Has she said anything? Has she responded? Does she want to? I'm trying to get you to shit talk. You won't. We can end it on that. Hour 15.
Oh, awesome.
That was smooth. It went by fast.
You always start like